Topic 4. Yep, I got 10 minutes left, and I got to head out for dinner here too. So we got
Okay.
perfect timing here. So we'll talk about Lego Batman. Corey, you didn't see it, so you can kind of hang out or whatever. You're cool with us spoiling stuff. But yeah, topic 4 is Lego Batman. Just went and saw Lego Batman this week. Casey, I already watched your review. Everybody, go check out Casey's review of Lego Batman over on his movie night. Is Movie Night 88?
Just movie night reviews on YouTube. Movie night 88 is my Twitter handle.
Okay, Movie Night
Yeah.
reviews.
So,
Yep, go check it
are
out.
your reviews? Do they all have spoilers?
No, I don't do spoilers unless it's a really bad movie, and then I tell you why it's not worth your money.
Okay.
And I warn you, I put a big spoilers tag, so I never
Okay.
just blindside
So
people with
everybody
spoilers.
knows.
Yeah.
Right. So not a lot to spoil here. We kind of talked about earlier, but we will. It will be a little bit of a spoilery conversation. So maybe go check it out before this. But yeah, I guess your review. You gave it 9 out of 10, right?
I did. That was
Spoiler
my
for
highest
your
score I've
review,
given a
so-
movie so far.
So yeah. So I'll be honest. I'm gonna start right here and say I was super disappointed in it when I walked out as well.
Really?
So, yeah. So it's interesting. Like
You're the only person I've heard say that too.
Did you like the Lego movie?
I loved the Lego movie. I love the
I
Lego.
don't know what your problem is. Do you love Batman?
I love Batman.
you a thick
Yes,
nerd?
I love Batman. so let me I'll just tee it up real quick, and then you can react to it a little bit. Is like, essentially, to me, the Lego movie was funny and was good, but it was to. Let me step back one more step here. Again, I don't have a ton of time, so let me kind of whip through this. I have an 8-year-old and 11-year-old boys. I've been forced to watch a ton of kids movies when they were younger. I hate kids movies. Okay, kids movies
Not
in
a good
general,
start.
I hate. I have to. There has to be something really special about the movie to get me to like it. And we can go deeper on that, me and you, maybe sometime, Casey. If not, we're talking movies. But to me, like, the Lego movie had, not only because of all the different characters and stuff that they had, but because of the main twist in the movie, there was something super special that happened in that movie that made it
Yeah.
so much greater than just a kid's movie that was good conquering evil or somebody finding something lost or whatever. Like, that twist that happened in the Lego movie was super awesome and super special. I feel like it really blew me away watching that movie. And so, did I expect the Lego Batman movie to have the same type of twist? No, but I expected it to have something more than just Lego Batman. Like, I expected there to be something bigger than him
There was, in my
fighting
opinion.
that. Okay, well then shoot. What do you think it was? Because I didn't see it. To me, this was just a by the numbers Batman defeating the villains in Lego form.
Well, okay, so I love the Lego movie too, and I think the Lego movie surprised a lot of people because it was smart. It wasn't just a cash grab. People thought Lego movie, and then they're gonna make, what are the other movies they're making, like the Tetris movie and like the Angry Birds movie and all this bullshit where they're just taking something slapping a
Emoji.
basic, like you said, like color by numbers story on it, and then shoving it into kids' mouths and making parents pay for it. And that's fine, but I walked into Lego movie thinking that's what it was going to be, and then I was blown away because it was funny, it was kind of self-referential and silly, and it also had a lot of heart at the end. Like, the character, you actually end up caring about them and stuff, and they had, some cool twists, like you said at the end. Lego Batman movie, I felt, had almost all the same elements. In the first movie, and this is kind of a spoiler, in the first movie, you get them where they have a problem. They have to go to this council of all the heroes, and there's like Ninja Turtles and Gandalf, and every hero you could think of is there. In this movie, they do kind of the opposite. So I think they do expand the world because, like I said in my review, because it's a Lego movie, they have the licenses and franchise to so many franchises that they can use characters from other things, and they use it to make the story feel limitless.
Sure.
And in the new one, they do the same thing, but instead with heroes, they do with villains, where they go to the Phantom Zone and all these awful villains like Sauron and Voldemort are there.
Right.
And I thought that was so cool because it just makes you feel like you're watching something with Batman in it that's very Batman central, but you'd never get from a live action Batman movie. And I loved the fact that they were able to make fun of not only other Batman movies, but WB like studios themselves.
Right.
Like they made fun of like, what we're gonna get a whole team of bad guys to help us. That's stupid. Like making
Right.
fun of Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
There are so many jokes for movie fans, not just for kids, that were obvious jokes. You know, and I said this in my review too. I mean, it's a comedy like through and through, and not all the laughs land for me. In fact, very
Sure.
few of them did. But the ones that did were like, that joke was written for someone like me, and I really appreciated that they were expanding their audience the way the first movie did. And you just get to see all Batman villains. They even make fun of the fact that there's some that you have to really dig through the research to like find that are like stupid ones from the 60s and stuff. So I don't know. I had a lot of fun with it. I didn't expect it to blow me away or be as good as the first. And in my opinion, it wasn't as good as the first because it's not as universal of a message. But they
Right.
did stuff with Batman that no other movie's been able to do so far, and no other movie could, because it would be like disrespectful to do that in a live action movie. But in the Lego movie, you can kind of make fun of Batman and have fun with them at the same time.
Yeah, I guess I can't argue with any of that. And I did laugh my way through the entire movie. To me, the Lego movie had my expectations set higher. In it, like I say, like we were talking about Ghostbusters earlier, super low expectations exceeded it. This one I had super high expectations. Same
Yeah.
director, same actors and whatnot. And
Yeah.
I just felt it like it just, again, just came in below what my expectations were.
It is a different director, though. The directors are actually busy doing the Han Solo spin-off movie. And
is
this
it?
director has a background in doing like Robot Chicken from Adult Swim and stuff like that.
Is it
So it's a different
producers or
director.
something? I thought I looked it
Probably.
all up before I went to it, and it was the same team. I thought.
Not the same director, though. They're
Okay.
busy because, yeah, Lord and Miller are doing everything under the sun because they're such a good team. That's you're seeing a lot of teams of directors now,
Sure.
like the Russo brothers for Civil War and now Infinity War and stuff.
Right.
So they're one of the hottest director teams in Hollywood right now. So they're doing the Han Solo spinoff right now. But I thought the director did a really good job. I mean, obviously he has a background in animation. The animation looked good. The one thing that I noticed was way less than the first Lego movie, that I didn't actually mention in my review because it was kind of a side note. It didn't like take me out of the movie, but in the first one, you really feel like you're watching a Lego movie, not just because of the animation style and all the pieces and stuff, but they like build stuff. Like the characters are always building, and there's like a big deal about being a master builder, and you have to like work up to that level. In this one, the only one who really builds stuff, the Joker does for a second, but Batman's the only one that really builds stuff, and he only builds it when he's like falling, and then he needs something to like build
Sure.
so he can fly away or something before he hits the ground. And it was cool when they did it, but they did it way less than the
Yeah.
first movie, so they didn't have that Lego flavor as much, but that's okay because it's more of a Batman movie.
Yeah, I mean, now that you say that, like I almost think the opposite. Like the master builder was the part that was the only part that put the two movies together. Is that again when he was falling, he mentioned even at some point like, oh, I've got to use my master builder skills, or I forget what he said.
Yeah.
Or when
Yeah,
he was
he used
trying to
that
put
term.
something together, and
Yeah.
yeah, so just I don't know. Again, I don't think it was a bad movie. I definitely, and especially for a kids movie, I enjoyed it. But again, I just feel like I put this into your general animation aimed at kids, whereas the Lego movie itself was something way specialer than that. And I just felt like it was a little bit, I don't know, a little bit different. The other
Yeah.
thing is that as a sequel to the Lego movie, I really thought at least throw Wild Style in there. Like,
Well, it's more of a spin-off because they're doing Lego Movie 2. So it's
Sure.
more of a spin-off with just the character that people really liked from the first one, and
Agreed.
that narrative will continue elsewhere. So.
Yeah, I just thought at some point throw Wild Style in there. She's his girlfriend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Throw her in there at some point, even if it's just for a second. And
I was
then,
surprised they didn't go into the human world at all, but it didn't really serve the story, so it made sense why they didn't. But
Right.
man, as soon as all those villains, like, it made me laugh so hard that they used villains. They were like B-list villains too.
Yeah.
Like, they used King Kong, and I was like, King Kong's kind of a good guy though. He's kind of just misunderstood. But then they used like the Gremlins, and I was like, okay.
the
got
Gremlins
me,
were
like-
awesome. Yeah, the
That's
Gremlins
so
were
hilarious.
Awesome. Yeah, for
Like
sure.
Robin on the wing of the Batwing kicking Gremlins off and shit. I was laughing my ass off at
Yeah,
that.
for sure. And definitely, I mean, for me, the highlight of the movie was the Eye of Sauron. For sure.
Yeah.
Like the fact that was a villain.
Yeah.
But again, like, I don't know. I feel like missed opportunity to bring Gandalf into it or whatever too. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Just
But they wanted to make it like something because in the first 2 minutes of the movie, you see every Batman villain have
Right.
this giant plan, and then Batman single-handedly, without Robin or Batgirl or any of those helpers, just defeats them
Whoops their
effortlessly
asses.
almost,
Yeah.
like while doing a music montage, which was hilarious.
Yeah, it
But
was.
then so like you're like, okay, then what can't he handle? You know, like how about all the worst villains ever created? And so that I thought that was kind of cool, and that's why he needed to have the team. So it served the story about the whole thing about him being afraid of being a part of a family and needing to like be not as arrogant and ask for help and stuff like that. So,
Totally. Yeah, I enjoyed my time in it, but I give it like a 7 out of 10 or something like that. And again, I just had bigger expectations for it.
I just couldn't think. The reason I gave it a 9 is because I couldn't think of anything really technically wrong with it.
Sure.
I mean, other than the fact that some laughs didn't land for me, I was in a theater with plenty of people, and they laughed like at almost every joke.
Right.
And so I was like, I had to kind of say, on the likability factor alone, this movie just doesn't really do anything wrong.
Sure.
It could do things better, but like you can't fault a movie for being less than your imagination because they spent years making this movie. I spent an hour watching it, and so yeah, I could pick it apart. But unless there's something that really bugs me, I can't really give it a bad grade. And I did give it a really generous grade, but like I said, it's also kind of the fan service of it, the fact that you can do things in a Lego Batman movie you can't do in a regular Batman movie.
Totally.
So it's fun stuff like you'll never see again, unless they make Lego Batman 2, which they probably will.
Which they probably will. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's making a lot of money. It beat 50 Shades of Grey at the box office.
I know.
And I was like,
won
thank
the
God
weekend.
someone did.
Yeah, it won the weekend. That's crazy. So the one last thing that I'll just say before we go is I got to give a shout out for probably one of my favorite parts of the movie is the fact that whenever anybody shot anything, it's pew 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 pew. Yeah, it's perfect. The perfect pew pew sound effects kicked ass for sure.
I also like the part where he's like, "All right, Robin, we're gonna punch people so hard that words will spontaneously appear in the screen." It was like pow, bam, wham. So that was great.
Yeah.
Call back comics a little bit.
Yeah, the callbacks to the 60s stuff with the shark repellent and Alfred and all that stuff, those were great. Yeah, for sure.
And the fact that whenever Bane talked, he talked in like a comically overdone, okay, Batman, like making fun of himself out of voice. That was great too.
For
like
sure.
every time he jumped in and said something, I laughed. So
For sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I got to go eat dinner.
All right.
You guys, it was great. Casey, great having you. As always.
Thanks for having you
I
guys.
think, we'll do it again for Logan.
Oh
That's
yeah,
the next
can't
one,
wait for
right?
that.
And then I think it's Guardians after that. Pretty sure.
Maybe, yeah. Next
Yeah.
comic, I think.
Yeah, so let's get you
Kicks
out
off
here.
the summer.
Yep, absolutely, for sure. So thanks everybody for watching. Have a great week. Yep, good.
Thanks,
Good
everybody.
having everybody again. If you made it, we're an hour and a half in. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. We love y'all.
Appreciate you.
Have a good week.
All right.
Later.
Take it easy.
Later.